Alrighty, here we are today in the conference room at the Antioch Library, and we brought in Otis, right? Otis, the auric representation, to assist in creation of the Santa app, right? And you can see right now we've got this manifestation of language, which has appearances on our CAD screen. Using a laminate as a reference file, we kind of tell this story of the 3D printer. And now right now, in a different language and a different 3D printer than the Anet, we're looking at the shape of a bowl, right? In which the absence of a sprout has come out, right? So that's kind of the pregnancy. And this is the final print. We're showing a multiple pass right now where the model is being created from the bottom layer up. And you can see the printer head putting the monofilament down one on top of the other. And what's interesting is there's been some talk on the social media stream as in regards to the quantum bit. And so just imagine the ancient, this notion of the quantum computer, right? A lot of discussions of Michael Crichton's book and nanotechnology, things like that, where these crystalline structures are so small that they, it's very difficult to layer the qubit on top of it. So there you see the head going to town. It's really, drawing from the CAD model. And then when that comes out, it'll be a layer, right? And here's our whole display. Okay, we'll show it once again. The translation of auric, A-U-R-I-C. And so what we get is something very special there. This notion of a deer in the constellations above. Just as we've witnessed as we're in the cardinal direction points of when we walked into this room. There would be Santa then, who sprouted from the belly of the cow, yeah. And we've got that decorated. You can see the multi-hues. And then a slight variance of the translation of that cow, right? It's the notion of give. That's what we're trying to talk about now, the giving season. And we get that standing upright. Here's the concept of, jewels of multiple colors. The reason we have so many pieces is we wanted multiple colors to come about. And then, of course, Santa, the sprout, Russell's a term that comes to mind, and black peat, and the notion of the coal transforming to a diamond. And as we've mentioned to others, and it's like a hunting trip in a way, and you could just see how the beard is also a piece of the trim of the deer. That's why we don't have this glued down quite yet. We made this deer look like Rudolph. What I found interesting is these shapes could be, put down as maybe a boot. So it's somewhat ambiguous. And then we were also looking at caps, right? So if we remove this cap here and put that cap on, that gives us an entirely different structure. And again, we're talking this notion of the chariot, right, in Auriga. And it's quite fascinating to see the demonstrations of linguistics and the mechanics of linguistics to languages that are very foreign to us. So I keep thinking of like Ron Howard's Cowboys and Aliens, where the gold smelter or whatever that is dripping up, and something we had no idea about, is being taken from the earth. Also, we got that joke about Richard Nixon taking us off the gold standards. So a lot is explained through research, right? And now we're actually publishing documentation as to this effect with the Santa app, with our contest entry. So Effects Kretschmar 2018-29. We see the circuit. You ever do any deer hunting?
No, not yet.
Not yet. I thought you deer hunted by Uncle Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if this will be like Star Trek Enterprise, where if you want to print some food from one place to another, it beams over a burger. Some, you know, hamburger hugs or something like that, huh?
Sounds good.
Would you eat a piece of plastic? Would you eat a piece of plastic? No, that's a choking hazard. But one day, you know, Willy Wonka might tell us that, you know, you can eat the dishes. All right, thanks for watching our show. Wish us luck.